Hey everyone, this NHL Hard News Reports are back in the video, and I want to talk about the Arizona Coyotes. Some devastating news for the Coyotes organization, the fans, and even around the league too, to hear that the Coyotes and Tempe, Arizona have voted against the Coyotes putting an arena, a district, they're their own little project district they had going on there, of a project they wanted in Tempe, Arizona, and now they have declined it, and now they're looking at different options of what they can go from here. That's devastating. So, like, where do they go from here? The NHL said no. Arizona Coyotes are not going anywhere. No, they're not leaving Arizona. They are going to stay here. Now, Tempe, Arizona has declined them to build arena there, and now they find themselves looking like, oh great, what do we do now? Um, so it's like the management group is devastated. The NHL is devastated with Gary Bettman being the commissioner. Like, oh great, where do we go from here? Do we move cities? They might be moving. We can talk about later in the video about where they could be moved to. Besides the state of Arizona, you might be like, well, there's other cities in Arizona they can go to, like Phoenix, Scottsdale is another one, right? But Phoenix didn't work out. Scottsdale was a mess for them. They just came from Scottsdale, obviously, and they didn't pay the fees for the arena and this and that. A bunch of things they accused the Coyotes of, and they found themselves in a college arena this year over the next 3 years. Trying to say, all right, we'll stay here, and then let's get the Tempe thing set up and all that, and then we'll move there. But no, nope, not happening. Not going to Tempe. So unless they find another place in Arizona that they come up with, that's a possibility. Like, the odds of them staying in Arizona is not too high. Just, it's not. And it's, a team that they have great fans. It's not about the fans. It's not about, that stuff. It's the arena. The arena might just push them out of Arizona. Same thing with the Atlanta Thrashers. It wasn't the fans. It wasn't all that stuff. It wasn't the management, really. It was just, well, bad management too, but it was the arena. They had nowhere to go for Atlanta Thrashers. So, between, of course, management and not having a building for the Atlanta Thrashers. But now you look at the Coyotes and kind of in a similar situation. The management is not bad at all. That's not the problem right now. They went through a lot of management, but I think this is not bad for management now than they had before, some terrible management. It's just they can't find an arena to build. They won't let them. And there's other cities looking around to add the Coyotes to the city. One of them I heard a lot about is Utah, and Utah has talked about going, having some NHL, having an NHL team now to share with the Utah Jazz. Was another from the NBA team, right? The Utah Jazz. So we'll see if that works. Some other names thrown out there: Houston, Kansas City, Atlanta. Whenever you think of expansion team, those are the names that come up. But Utah's a new one for me. I haven't heard much about, think of like expansion time. Even back when Vegas, 2017, where could they, or Seattle. Hey, where are they gonna go? And then you find out, oh, they're going to Seattle. That's cool. And then you're like, well, Quebec City could be one, which they're not going to Quebec City. That's not happening. Just not happening. I don't see anyone going because they have the market there. They just want to go somewhere else, like Houston. Houston, I think, would be a fantastic place for an NHL team to move to, or to have an expansion team. Plus, the Eastern Conference, they have 16 teams. Who's gonna move over, to the West? Detroit used to be there. I don't know if they're going to want to go back to the West. They like it in the East. So, it's like, I would say my favorite would probably be Houston if they had to go anywhere. I just like that option. Big city, you have the Houston Astros and you have hockey. And if they build, and like they're doing right now with the rebuilding, I like the idea where they're going the vision here with the team. If they can get good, then I think it'll be great for Houston, a hockey team and a baseball team. But I think that would be good. Kansas City, okay. I know Utah's pushing for it now. So, and Utah has a arena, so it might actually work out pretty well. I know Arizona, Suns, I think it is for the NBA team. They don't want them in the arena, so that's not an option for the Arizona Coyotes if they really want to stay in Arizona. So it's sad. For the Coyotes, I know Caden Keller, one of the best or the best player on the Coyotes, is sad about this. But really looking forward to having a really cool NHL arena, hold over 16,000 in Tempe. This whole district they had an idea of, and now it's gone, not happening. It's devastating for them. So, for Keaton Keller, looking at who the points he's put up, the franchise guy he is for them, he has 86 points this year. You think about that. That's the guy, to lead the rebuild out of a rebuild into a playoff, and they sure they want to be cup contending team one day, how they're building. So, same thing with Michelli. He didn't say much. I don't think he said anything. He's a rookie, but you think of that, 49 points, Michelli's fantastic, It's just too bad for Tempe. But, yeah. So no Tempe for the Coyotes. We'll see what happens the next coming weeks. We'll find out where they go. Are they staying in Arizona? Somehow they find a way. Or do they move to another city? And do they change their name? Which you don't have to change their name, but we'll see what happens. I love that logo. It looks so good. They finally went back to that logo, which I'm happy about. Not saying I didn't like the other logo they had the last couple of years, but I kind of like that on the away jersey. It looks really nice. But we'll see what happens, and this is NHL News Sports in the next video. Bye.